Hi everyone, welcome back to LaVidaMoramor. Welcome back to my channel. It feels good to be here. It's a beautiful day, and yes, as you can see, your girl got her hair done. Okay, let me show you guys. Let me give myself a little spin. I finally did it. I decided to get my hair done because I just wanted something different. You know, sometimes I feel like as women, I could speak from experience, of course, but and speaking also for other women that I've spoken to, we get caught up with our everyday lives and our families, and we kind of put ourselves at the end, you know, and I feel like it's also important to take care of ourselves. So that's exactly what I decided to do. Last week I got my hair done on, what was it, Wednesday. I wanted highlights, something different. And also, I do have a few grays, okay? Yes, I do. I have a few grays in here, and I pretty much have had them since I can remember. I think the age of 14, 15, I've had a few, but obviously now I'm 32, so there's a few more that are popping out, and I'm just like, I finally got to the point where I'm like, okay, first off, I want to get something new, and then second of all, I want to, you know, cover my grays. And then I want something different. I want to feel good. I want to feel pretty, and I don't know. I feel really good. I'm very happy with the outcome, the highlights. I love, love, love. So if there's something that you're thinking of doing for yourself, girl, stop overthinking. Just do it, okay? Do what makes you happy, because you have to take care of yourself too. Remember that. Anywho, so again, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new, hello. My name is Maribel, and I'm so thankful to have you guys here. And so today I'm going to be talking about something that I'm pretty sure you've all felt, because I can honestly say that I've felt it before myself. It's something that we feel at times, and we're human, so it happens. But I also wanted to tell you guys that during today's video, I will be drinking my coffee. It's not tea, because I'm not spilling any tea today, but it's definitely nice to have a warm cup of coffee, or two or three during the day. So excuse me. Especially as a mom, for me, I feel like I love coffee. I'm like a huge coffee drinker, but it just helps me just keep up with my kids. It gives me energy because, you know, it does have caffeine. Coffee does have caffeine, and I just love the taste. I know not everybody's a coffee drinker, not everybody likes coffee, but I love coffee. The smell, the taste, oh, everything. Okay, so back to the subject. What I'm going to be talking today about is something called jealousy. Yes, girl, jealousy. Now, the definition is feeling or showing envy of someone or their achievements and advantages. That's one form of jealousy. Feeling or showing suspicion of someone's unfaithfulness in a relationship. That's another form of jealousy. Or fiercely protective or vigilant of one's rights or possessions, right? There really are three types of forms. It's one where you're kind of envious of somebody, like I said, of being envious towards somebody's achievements, and you're just like, oh, or being jealous of somebody's hair or whatever, being jealous of somebody's success, or of course not allowing your significant other, or not liking that your significant other gets attention from the opposite sex, or etc., or same sex, whatever, whatever's your preference. Hey, also with feeling some sort of like jealousy towards someone because they're hanging, maybe it could be you're jealous of a friend who's hanging out with someone else instead of you. You know, that's also another form of jealousy. I'm just kind of giving you guys examples of, you know, jealousy, because one of the things is I feel like it's such an ugly feeling. It's honestly, sorry, just kind of looking at some of the things that I want to make sure that I cover in today's video. It's such an ugly feeling. I mean, who hasn't felt it before? I know I have. Have you felt it before? Really sit and think about situations that you've been in and how certain people make you feel, how certain things have made you feel in the past. I can tell you that with my husband, actually, when we first met, I was super jealous. I didn't want any girls talking to him. And I remember this specific incident where we went to a store. It was like a clothing store for women that he went to with me, and we so happened to run into one of his cousins, which I had never met, I had never seen before. So I see him talking to her, and you know, they're laughing, they're smiling, and the next thing you know, he's calling me over to like introduce me to her, right? Because obviously it was his cousin, but you know, I didn't know any better, and I thought it was just like a random person that he's so happened to run into, like a friend. So he's standing there talking to her, and he calls me over, so I go over there with like a bad attitude. Not a very good attitude. And so he's like, oh, this is so-and-so, this is my cousin. And I'm just, and even after he said this is my cousin, I was still like giving her like the stanky eye, you know. And it's like, after I met her, whatever, I wasn't the nicest. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't the nicest, and I walked away, and I was just kind of like pissed off. I was upset because he was talking to another female. So at the moment, it didn't even matter to me. The fact that he was saying hi to his cousin and he introduced me to his cousin didn't matter to me. I was just upset because he was talking to another female. How ridiculous is that? It's ridiculous, but we all have moments where we feel that way. And obviously now that I'm older, I'm much more mature, I'm not like that. You know, I think it was just the first couple of years. I would say the first year and a half that we were together, I was pretty jealous. But I'm no longer like that. I know what I have. I was just younger. I was immature. I didn't know any better. I didn't appreciate him. I didn't. You know, when we first met, I can say that. But obviously now it's a different story. There's also been situations where I felt jealous of relationships with some of my own friends and other people they've hung out with. You know, like where you have your best friend and you hang out and you do stuff. You go out and do stuff together all the time, and then next thing you know, here comes a third person rolling in, and now you're just kind of left like, what the heck? Like, you're my friend. You're not supposed to be hanging out with them. Like, that's another feeling that we feel as humans, and it's okay, it's normal. But I mean, it's you just kind of have to check yourself whenever you catch yourself feeling that way towards your significant other, towards a friend, a relationship, or feeling envious of of someone's success or achievements. You really need to check yourself. Like, what I do is I sit when I'm feeling that way, I kind of like sit down and like, okay, take a deep breath, girl. Okay, I really think about the situation in my head. Like, why am I feeling this way? I write it down. Something that I started doing too is journaling. Oh my gosh, you guys, journaling is so therapeutic. It's something that I do to like vent and just let all my feelings out. It really helps me feel so much better. And then sometimes I go back and read what I wrote. I don't always do that all the time, but sometimes I do. I go back and kind of just read what I wrote, and I start thinking about like the situation once again, and it really helps me feel better, because that jealous feeling is not a very good thing. But again, we're human. We're gonna feel it once in a while, and I feel like our intuition is spot on. So when you start feeling a certain way, like the vibe that someone is giving you, like, you know when somebody doesn't like you, like that vibe they give you, you know, the way they look at you, the way they talk to you. Like, I think all those things that people give their energy, like, you can totally like recognize or know the signs when somebody doesn't like you. I could tell you that I've learned that as I've gotten older. I mean, even when I was younger, I knew, but now that I'm older, obviously I observe much more. I base everything off of vibes, not just vibes, but like people's energy. You know, you kind of have to like feel their energy, and if it's a negative energy, girl, let go. Bye. Because it's not worth it. I've had to end friendships because of that, and unfortunately jealousy exists amongst our friends, and then it's also even in our own family. You know what's crazy to me? What's crazy to me is that sometimes when you put yourself out there, like for me on social media and what I'm doing, I've really put myself out there without really not caring anymore about what anybody's gonna say or think about what I'm doing. Like, I'm just like, who cares? I do it because I enjoy it. I love to create videos. I love to put content out there. I like to post makeup looks, like just different things, sharing my life. And before I used to just overthink, like, oh, should I post it? Should I not post it? Should I share this? Should I share that? Because you kind of like get caught up in like, what are they gonna think? But you kind of get to a point in your life where you're just like, who cares? I'm gonna continue to do me. I'm gonna do what I want to do because I want to, because it makes me happy. And that's all that should matter. You know, as long as you're not hurting anybody, do what makes you happy. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, just do it. So sometimes I feel like that jealousy or the haters, I guess you could say, exists in our own family, exists within our own friends, because sometimes I know it's silly to even say, sometimes you expect people to support you with certain things, right? And that's because they're your family, they're your friends, but you don't receive that support. What's crazy to me is that sometimes you get more support from people you don't even know, from strangers. And don't you think about, like for me, I think about like, wow, how is that possible that a stranger that I don't even know supports what I do more than my own family or my own friend? Like, that's just a little crazy to me. But you can't, that's why you shouldn't expect anything from anybody. Like, don't, because you will end up disappointed. Again, it's happened to me so many times, and I just don't expect anything from anyone, and I'm just gonna continue to do what I want to do because I want to. It's my life. And as long as my husband is supportive and my kids are happy, we're happy, that's all that matters at the end of the day. I know it's probably a topic that not everybody likes to talk about because it is a very sensitive topic. I mean, nobody's gonna admit, oh, I'm jealous, or I feel this type of way about her, or I feel this type of way about him. Like, nobody's gonna really say that. Nobody's gonna, you know, be honest about it, because it's not a great thing to feel. It's not a great trait to have, really. But I mean, it's a feeling that we as humans feel every once in a while, but it's up to us to figure out how we're going to deal with it. And again, for me, I feel like it's really journaling, talking about it really makes a difference. Makes a difference. Talk about how you feel. And because that feeling, that jealousy feeling, is going to exist. Just like with being positive, like, yeah, no matter how positive you want to be, you're going to be put in situations where, you know, you may feel a little negative. And again, that's okay. These are feelings. These are feelings that we're going to feel, but these are only moments. They're only momentarily going to be there. They're going to go away. But again, it's up to you to continue working on yourself to be a better you, to try to prevent those feelings from happening, to be happy and content with yourself. Every day, get your journal and write, I'm grateful for, and start off like that. That's what I've started doing, and it's made all the difference. And I feel like I'm just much happier with everything. I look at life so different. I feel like ever since my children were born, like, I look at life so differently. But again, I am human, so I have my moments where I feel a little negative, or when I start feeling some type of way about things or people, and that's when I kind of like check myself. That's the thing. You have to learn how to check yourself. You have to like be willing to just accept your feelings, and not just accept them, do something about how you're feeling. That's the only way you're going to change. That's the only way you're going to feel better and do better. So that's that. So have you ever felt jealous about someone, something? Comment below. I would love to hear anything that you guys have felt before. Feelings, emotions that we're going to feel. We all feel them at, you know, one point or another in our lives. And again, it's up to us to figure out how we're going to deal with them. Okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's discussion. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you have anything, any comments, anything you want to share with me, comment below. I'm all about like hearing about other people's stories and what they've gone through or been through. So again, thank you guys so much for your time. I really appreciate it, and I hope that you learned something from this video. Thank you guys for your time. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. It takes a second. Hit the subscribe button and then also hit the notification button. That way you guys get notified anytime I upload a video. So I will see you guys again really soon. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'm sending you guys lots of love, lots of positivity, positive vibes going your way. I'll see you guys soon. Besitos. Bye.